Oh. Your little scrunch face. You look like a raisin. You look like a little raisin with your scrunched face. You ready for some potato pancakes, Shotzi? I'm sorry that you can't have any. Oh no, I think I do have an onion. I just realized that I might not have an onion anymore. That would be bad, because you definitely need an onion for this recipe, but we'll see. If not, we'll have to change plans and make something else, but I think we should probably be good. Right, little baby? Little missy? Let's walk you to the kitchen. That wasn't a far walk. My apartment is pretty small, so it's all around the corner. Welcome back, Ali. Hi. I feel like I've just been here. It's like 5 minutes ago where I said goodbye, but now we are going to cook a little bit. But first of all, I have a sunburn. I was outside for literally probably 20 minutes, 30 minutes at most to walk Oscar, and I got a sunburn, and I bit my lips again. I got a nervous tick. I got a little bit of a vampire teeth situation. No, not situation, but I got a little vampire teeth here, and I like to bite my lips, and that's a tick of mine. So whenever you see those marks here, yeah, that's just me being a goober. Merhaba, Davut. Looking forward to this. Yay. Nice, let's get started then. Christopher, verstehst du, wenn ich Deutsch spreche mit dir? Wahrscheinlich schon, oder? You're still pretty fluent in German, even though you say you're not, but I know you are. Let me collect my brain for a second and think what I need for my potato pancakes. Obviously, potato. Gonna be the star of the show. Schoktadlisin. I'm gonna act like I know what that means, but probably shouldn't have said it without knowing. But yeah, first thing, before I hop onto the potato pancakes, I have to cook Oscar some food real quick. Some emergency food, because he ran out of his last portion quicker or faster than I expected, because he's a really good eater at the moment, which is a good sign considering that he is sick. But yeah, Oscar eats a lot at the moment, so I ran out of his food earlier than I thought, so I might cooking something real quick while I'm making the potato pancakes, because this just needs to cook in the background, honestly. So I'm gonna throw in some oats or grits or whatever, steel cut oats. I had them for the first time yesterday. I think it's more of an American thing. We don't really have steel cut oats in Germany. We do have something similar for soups, like a grain that we use for soups, but it's not oats. But I really like it. I like the texture. It's kind of like a risotto. So I'm gonna cook in some of those and throw in some meat that I saved for Oscar. I hope it's still good, but oh, he's a dog. If I cook it fully, it should be okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna simmer that on the side while we're making our potato pancakes. Hi, Artifacty. How are you doing? So yeah, let me get the meat real quick. I'm so glad I can finally get rid of those potatoes, and they're large. Those are big potatoes. American, go big or go home, right? Everything needs to be big. Oh, little potato heart, kinda. Well, weird looking heart, but with a lot of imagination, it would pass. This is my heart, because I'm German. I got a potato heart. Fruit, Obst, yes, correct. Obst und Ali Kartoffel. Potato, Kartoffel in German. And I'm gonna add a little bit more fiber, healthy aspects to the potato pancakes, and I'm gonna add zucchini. So we'll add a zucchini as well. I feel like it makes the potato pancakes a little bit more moist and gives it a better texture. I like it. So yeah, potato pancakes with a zucchini, a little superior in my opinion. And I feel bad for eating that hard or using that hard, but oh well, better than throwing it away, I guess. What else do I need? I need flour. And if anyone wants to cook along or remake that recipe, just wait until I have everything together and I'll let you know again what I use. So you don't have to, otherwise it's gonna be a little complicated for you if I don't say it in one go, if you want to take notes or anything. I have an eye on my oats on the side. Kartoffel, yes. For me, every day I have to make salad. That's good. More people should probably do that. Wie viele Eier brauchst du? Oh, Artifacty, I guess we have another German here. Oder ohne. Tatsächlich mache ich normalerweise die Kartoffelpuffer, or I make the potato pancakes usually without eggs because I like to eat plant-based. Favorite brand of flour to use, and I do have a favorite brand of flour, or not really a brand, but I'll get to that in a second. You can make them without eggs, without Eier, I almost said. You don't need the eggs. You can use cornstarch or potato starch instead. It makes it stick together too, so you don't really need one. I'm gonna add 1 egg to it or 2 because I still have so many eggs here from my work. I bought some because I gotta make something for work. So I have eggs here, and I'm not gonna use them otherwise. So I'm gonna add some eggs into it, but you don't need to. Okay, the oats are cooking, and Christopher, to your question, I like the King Arthur one if I buy flour, but anything really that is organic, because farmers use a lot of glyphosates and pesticides for wheat and oat, everything grains. So as long as it's organic, I like it, and unbleached, because who wants, like, why would it have to be unbleached, right? You don't even see it. Like, it's so unnecessary to bleach flour, in my opinion. Just look at the ingredients in the bag, make sure it's really just flour, no crazy other ingredients to keep it more shelf stable, no bleach. You don't need any of that. Wow, sorry. I dropped you for a second. Hi Marco, cheers from Ohio bei 35 Grad. Yeah, here auch. I already got a sunburn. I was outside to walk the dog for 20 minutes and my cheeks are burning, so don't mind me having a red face, please. Hi Ami, hi Shuriken, welcome back. Kein Problem. Artefacty. Nein, ich bin in Amerika, in Tennessee. Wo bist du her in Deutschland? Also, oder bist du in Deutschland? Falls du in Deutschland bist, habe ich jetzt einfach mal angenommen. Do you have yogurt now? I don't have any yogurt right now, Ali. But you can still share it with me or everyone else if you want to. I was willing to learn something new, for sure. In der Schweiz. Nice. Ich komme aus der Nähe von Basel. Ich bin vor einer Woche zurück nach Amerika geflogen und fliege immer von Basel aus, also aus der Schweiz aus nach Hause nach Amerika oder zurück nach Amerika. Zu Hause bin ich in Deutschland und Amerika gefühlt. Genau, Schweiz ist toll. And thanks for wanting to teach us or me something, Ali. I really appreciate that. The stream goes so fast, I miss a lot. Yeah, I feel that. I mean, of King Arthur brand as well. Yeah, it's a good one. I don't know, I like the name for some reason. They definitely do a good marketing with the name. It just feels like I'm buying some medieval flour, even though it's probably just this process, but I think it's a little bit better than at least the store brands and the bleached ones, you know. I feel like it's a little healthier, but I don't know, I never proved it. I never sent it to a lab and just check it, but I'm very happy with the King Arthur one. By the way, please remove me as a moderator if you don't mind. It has nothing to do with your channel. Okay, sure, I can do that. Let me see if I just... Nachricht anpinnen, Kanalaktivität, Nutzer blockieren, nein. Ah, hier. Als Standardmoderator entfernen. You should be not blue anymore now, Marco. I want to travel to US, but the flight... Oh, ja, es ist sehr lang. Artefacti. Wie soll ich dich nennen, Artefacti? Soll ich dich einfach Art nennen oder mit deinem Namen ansprechen? Yeah, the flight is very long. Artefacting, I just talked about the flight because I'm not from Switzerland, but I live like in Germany where I come from. I'm right at the border to Switzerland, so I fly from Switzerland to America when I come back from Germany, because it's like a 5-minute train ride from where I live in Germany, or where my family is from. So we just talked about how long the flight is between Switzerland and America, because it is a long trip. Art, okay, especially depends on where you want to go, and especially if you fly from a Swiss airport, if it's not Zurich or Zurich as you Americans say, you probably have to do a transition flight, and yeah, it's definitely not very fun, but no way around it unless you want to go to America with a container ship or something, but that will probably take you a couple weeks. Okay, ja, Marco, du brauchst dich gar nicht erklären, keine Sorge. You don't have to explain yourself if you don't want to be a moderator. That's totally fine. I'm never going to ask anyone questions about anything like that. I'm not going to be like, why don't you want to be a moderator anymore? I know it's also very stressful to be a moderator sometimes. Usually we're very lucky and we have very, very friendly, cool people here. All will do very similar open mindset and manners and this kind of people on a regular basis. So I can't really complain. But sometimes there are some trolls that accidentally landed here. Especially for some reason, since I'm German, it gives them a little bit of material to talk badly. Yeah. So, first step, we'll get a bowl. I like to have everything ready, so just get a big bowl. And we will peel our potatoes. So that's always the first step with everything potato. Although it depends, if you make potato salad, you just boil them with the skin. So yeah, peeling the potatoes. Also, I know you love horror movies. I know you love I don't know if you love zombie movies, but I assume that you like zombie movies since you like horror movies, or I'll just assume it. Or I assume that you like British movies. Here we go. So if you watch 20 days later, 28 weeks later, and you liked it, and even if you haven't, 28 years later, I went to the premiere yesterday in the movie theater. Wow. That movie is a masterpiece, and it's so hard to talk about movies without spoiling and telling too much about it. I would love to. Why do I have those on? Now my shirt is brown, but oh well. It's great. It's a masterpiece. It's finally a movie where zombies actually make sense. Like, the whole way they deal with the zombie outbreak makes sense. It's very realistic. It is contemporary, but also old school. It is super British, like as British as it gets, which I love. The cinematography is great. It's very artsy, but not too wannabe or too much. It feels like you actually have been there, you know, like the camera angles are not like a straight, just like a sturdy shot of the whole room or the area. It's just very, shows you what the person is seeing, what the person is focused on in that situation. It is really, really great. Absolutely obsessed with that movie. And definitely recommend you all watch 28 Days Later. It is so good. Definitely bring some tissues, especially if you, yeah. I don't want to spoil it. If I say something, I will spoil it. The movie did a great job with the trailer without spoiling anything, or a little bit, but they kept basically everything as a surprise, which is great, so I'm not trying to ruin it for you. But yeah, if I could give homework right now, if I was the teacher, I would tell you to watch 28 years later. And I'm gonna read the chat real quick. I have given moderation some thought, balance between empowerment and free speech. Okay, so the reason is basically that you feel like you would inhibit free speech if you are moderating. I get that. I get that. How are you doing, Marco? I saw your engine very briefly, but haven't had any time to take a good look yet. Yeah, Marco, can you explain? Is that... It looked very impressive, by the way, and when you said it took you 3 days to make this or assemble this, that would have probably been a lifelong project for me, and I still wouldn't be able to finish it. It's just because I have no idea what I'm doing, obviously. I'm not an engineer, as you are, or versed with anything like that. Oh, my oats. My oats are cooking. Gonna make myself some porridge. No, I'm not. I'm just cooking some oats for everyone that just tuned in. For Oscar, I got a pot with his steel-cut oats cooking on the side. How are you doing, Michael? Oh, what about that? Are you settling back into your usual routine? Yes, sure can. I don't know about if I'm doing it well, but I'm definitely getting back to my usual routine. Now also hopping back into the live streams because I really missed that. It's also became part of my routine, you know. Just Oscar's meal prep and cooking, and it's just so much more fun to cook with you guys together in the kitchen. I always feel like you're chilling here in the kitchen with me. Some potatoes have those spots. But yeah, I'm getting back into my routine for sure. It's definitely better with the jet lag too. I don't feel that tired anymore. So I would say I'm almost back to normal. But yeah, the first 3 days, it was rough, let me tell you. I could barely even stay up. I need to drink something. My throat is super dry. How about you, Shuriken? How was your week? Running great, Shuriken. It's awesome. It looked really smooth. It looked really, really cool. Cut the cucumber into small cubes, add it to yogurt and crushed garlic, a little salt and dried mint, and enjoy. Oh, yum. That sounds delicious, Ali. I love cucumber salad, all kinds of cucumber salads. yogurt and crushed garlic. We Germans like to make cucumber salad too. Kind of similar to yours, but we would use dill instead of mint. But mint sounds so refreshing. I did make mint yogurt in the past, but never the cucumber salad. That's a great idea. I'll definitely remake that. Thank you, Ali. Appreciate you sharing that with us. Und ja, Art, das kannst du auch mit Süßkartoffeln machen. Halb-halb vielleicht erstmal, weil die normalen Kartoffeln haben ein bisschen mehr Stärke. Das heißt, wenn du es mit Süßkartoffeln machst, hast du weniger Stärke, dann musst du ein bisschen anpassen, dass es auch alles schön zusammenbappt, sag ich mal. Wie beim Rösti auch, kennst du bestimmt. Rösti, kann man das auch mit Wetter? I will give my channel at least a try to see how it moves along without moderation. And if someone is really nasty, I can't block them myself. I get that, yeah. I mean, honestly, I would be okay without moderation too, because usually it's just chill like it is now. But there have been days where I was more than glad that you and Shuriken and Funny or Danny are around to moderate. So I was spared to read some nasty comments. And weekday streams are usually way more chill than weekend streams, so I will probably stream a little bit tomorrow and just to see how the difference is to a weekend stream. Oh, I hate peeling big potatoes. I'm really fast with small potatoes, but the big ones, you always gotta turn them around. Has anyone has anyone seen a good new movie lately? Like in a movie theater? Anything that you would recommend? Because I haven't been in the movie theater in a while except for 20 years later. And I don't know if there's anything that I'm missing out on right now or not. I have a good friend here and he goes into every single movie that comes out, it feels like. But yeah, Marco, I understand the whole moderation thing, that you don't want it and you can always block them yourself. I saw cucumbers in apple cider vinegar and eat them as a snack. I love cucumbers. That is a great idea. In Germany I did that with little radishes, those little round pink ones. I soaked them in vinegar, mainly also to wash them and to because people just touch them with their hands, and I'm a little bit of a germ hater. I don't like germs, so I soaked them in salt and vinegar so I can eat them raw. And if you soak them for an hour or so, the red color will unfortunately come off, so they don't look as pretty anymore. But they will taste salty and a little vinegary inside. So that's a great idea, Christopher, with the vinegar. I never did that with cucumbers. I gotta try that. It's so cool that I'm always learning something new with you. Oh. Okay, so we washed our potatoes. Now onto some grating action. The most fun part, yay. It's gonna take a little bit. Here we got our best friend, the grater. I feel like I'm using this every single time in every single live stream, so this is definitely a great investment, and I feel like everyone should have one of those in the house. I love zombie movies and British movies. I'm thrilled to hear you speak so highly after 20 years later, and I'm extra excited to see it after your review. Yes, I'm so glad. Nice. If you watch it, please let me know what you think, and I'll reimburse you for your ticket if you think it's worse than... So I personally gave it 10 out of 10, but now looking back, it might be a 9.5 out of 10, just because there's always room for improvement. Luft nach oben, as we say in Germany, or some air up. if you translate it. But if you give it a 5 out of 10 or less, I'll reimburse you for a ticket. But I highly doubt you will. That's how confident I am that the movie is good. I think you will not regret watching it. So if you like British movies and zombie movies, that is your movie. The zombies are finally realistic. They are not wearing clothes. They are not... Think of cave people, or think of humans with only 2 brain cells. That's basically what those zombies are. They have 1 brain cell for I want to eat something, and the other brain cell is like I need to reproduce. So that's the 2 things that they think about, and nothing else. They're just made very, very great. I've never really I never really thought that zombies are made very well, but in this movie, yeah, you can only speak highly of it. And sorry, this is probably the most boring live stream you've ever seen, just someone grating potatoes in front of a camera, but yeah, that's unfortunately the work we gotta do before we can bake our potato pancakes or fry them. So bear with me or don't. You're always free to do something more interesting and leave and watch 28 years later or something instead of me, but I'm happy if people stick around to hang out. And I know you all already know each other, so you can all also talk to each other instead of talking to me, or I don't have to talk all the time. I'll read everything immediately. But oops, almost burned my oats over here. One of my favorite movies is Schindler's List. Do you know it? Yes, Ali, I definitely know it. It is a great movie. Everyone definitely, not just Germans, but it is an amazing movie for sure. It is very, very sad, and not obviously, I mean, it's a very sad movie. But 28 years later, actually, it's a very sad movie too, for some sequences. It's not your classical horror movie. It's very deep, actually. Very philosophical too. Not very, but a little. And yeah, I definitely watched Schindler's List. We all in school, German kids have to watch Schindler's List in school. I think everyone does. But I also watched it later when I was a grown-up, so to say. And definitely hits a little bit harder when you're older. Kind of traumatizing to watch it as a kid, to be honest. That is a wonderful film. Yes, I'm certain you all know of it. Yeah, I think everyone here probably knows it. I agree, Shuriken. I mean, I want a raw potato with salt now. I love potatoes. I love potatoes too. It's funny that you say that, because one of the snacks we got from my grandma when we hung out at my grandma's house, I'm telling you a little bit about what a German grandma would give you if you are at her house to play with your cousins or just hang out. So as a snack, my grandma would always have some boiled potatoes in her fridge, and she would keep them in the fridge overnight, and she always has or had some boiled potatoes. And sometimes we would just come to the kitchen window when we played in the garden, and she would just hand us a boiled potato, a cold one, and some salt, and we would just eat that. Or she would make us a butter bread, so just a slice of bread, like this, like those hard ones. This is like a real German bread from the German bakery here. and just smear some butter on it. And if we wanted to have something sweet, she would sprinkle some sugar onto the butter. So it's very kind of like a war food, or after war food, when money was very, very tight and food was tight, so there wasn't anything fancy like Nutella or anything like that. You would sprinkle sugar on the butter. And yeah, that was probably the most common things I would eat, or just a bread with strawberry jam that she made herself, or just an egg, a hard-boiled egg with salt. The most common snacks a grandma would give you in Germany. The Bites, The Last of Us. Oh, The Last of Us, yeah. The second part is out, right? The second season. Have you seen it? I haven't watched it yet, but I still need to see it. It is a running engine, but motion is done by an electric motor to show all the motion without real fuel combustion. Oh, okay, that makes sense that it doesn't have to use fuel. That, yeah. I was wondering how that all works. The assembly video came in Chinese language only. Oh, you should have asked me, Marco, to translate. Although I probably would have fallen asleep translating or reading, or yeah, listening to that Chinese assembly video. That sounds a little boring. But it is very funny that it was just in Chinese. Like, how did you do that? Did you just learn Chinese real quick, or did you just do it without the video, or did you just look at the visuals? Cucumber salad, yes. Oh, I love cucumber salad. I love all kinds of cucumber salad. I like the one with where we use cream, or a little bit like heavy cream, for the most German version. Or there's another one, it's more like just vinegar based without any berries, so it's vegan with dill. That's usually my go-to. It's the dill-based cucumber salad, but there's also Japanese or Chinese cucumber salad with soy sauce, garlic, a little bit of chili, some vinegar, black vinegar. So good. Cucumbers are just amazing. I had a friend, or have a friend, and he always says cucumber is like eating water. It's water trapped in the shape of a cucumber, but I think it's a little bit more than just water. It has so much flavor. It's just great, very versatile. You could just eat, especially homegrown cucumbers, the little crunchy ones out of the garden. So delicious just on its own. Don't even need anything with it. I want to show you how fast the cucumbers, I wish, the potatoes oxidize. So if your potatoes, everyone that's not cooking regularly or using potatoes often, this is very normal. So potatoes will just oxidize when they are exposed to the air, when they're cut open. So they will turn brown or this pinkish color, but it's very normal, so don't worry. Ja, klar. But I couldn't tell by looking at the assembly drawings where all worked out okay. Yeah, it seems like it worked out okay, very okay. My week wasn't notable really, which I consider good. Nowadays, honestly, yeah, I feel like no news is good news, as they say. That is actually very true. Especially after my trip to Germany, I realized that a week where I don't even remember what I did or nothing really happened is actually a really good week. I totally agree with that. And I hope we will never be in a situation where we look back to those, let's say, boring weeks in a nostalgic way, and hope that we'll have that back, and I hope we can all live until old age having those boring weeks in our lives and nothing crazy will happen. But I don't know. of course I hope it will stay like this. Very big potatoes, they're good for baking. Yeah, they're good baking potatoes, for sure. No, your English is not bad at all. I understand everything. You can always text in German too, Art, if you want to. Or in Schweizerdeutsch. Ga schon Schweizerdeutsch mit mir schwätzen. Ich kann es nicht gut, aber schwätzen kann ich. Oh. I try to speak Swiss German, but it's sometimes very scratchy in the throat. And like I told you, I grew up at the border, so I definitely understand Swiss German. I don't know if I speak it, but I can maybe a little bit. I totally cut off the news today. I'm just getting overwhelmed lately. Totally understand, yes. I don't watch it more than twice a week, because if it's too often, it just doesn't make me feel good. Of course, I want to stay updated with everything, but not on a regular or daily basis. Chernobyl on HBO. I was actually tempted to watch that in the plane when I flew back from Germany, Marco, to America. My sister watched it too, and she said it's a really great show. And but I felt like in the plane I don't want to watch something so disturbing, so I stuck with White Lotus, also an HBO show. If you're into crime shows, kind of like those that make you uncomfortable, where everything is like, it's kind of like a satire. It's like a satire about rich people, the craziness of rich people, and them going to a resort. So it's every season is in a different resort. So the first is Hawaii, the next one is going to be in Italy, and the third one I don't know. I have only watched the first two, and it's like a crime show, but not really. It's more like a drama, but also very funny. So it covers a lot of genres in one show, which I really love, because it's not too dark, it's not jokey or too funny. It's not too rom-com-y or anything, so it's just a great mix of everything, kind of like a psycho thriller at some parts too, just very kind of like a, yeah, just like a satire about society, especially rich folks, and people going to those vacation resorts without thinking about the country they go to, or like the impact it has on the people there, or how they come off, you know, kind of like that. It's really, really cool. So I can highly recommend. But I will definitely watch Chernobyl, Marco, once I'm in the mood for something more dramatic. Use a pocket knife to peel potatoes. Oh, you use a pocket knife? Nice. You're doing it the old school way. Very cool. Hi, Rakas. Welcome back. I don't blame you. The stuff going on in the larger world right now is really tense. To say the least. Oh yeah, to say the very least. Yeah, this is crazy. I don't even know. Like, it feels like we're living in like a weird dream. Yeah. New series of Squid Games coming soon. I know. I'm so excited. 27th of June. I think. So 1 more week to go. Next Friday, we'll be able to watch Squid Game. Is there anyone who hasn't watched the first season yet? Funny. I know we talked about it, and I know a few of you haven't seen it yet. I couldn't believe it. It is. I'm not squid shaming anyone, but you need to watch Squid Game. And then 28 years later. And then you can tell me what I have to watch that I haven't seen yet, and I will, because I need a new show once I finish the Squid Game. Or once, yeah, I still haven't even started it, but I will finish it in 2 days, as I know myself. I've been known to just peel potatoes with a paring knife myself, but from the spoon carving, a knife feels the same as a body part to me. I was about to say, yes, if anyone knows how to peel a potato or use a knife, it will be sure it can hear, for sure. I used my wife to peel potatoes. Right. That's a very funny joke. That's probably the most German joke I have heard in a while, Marco. And shuriken. You should be a sashimi master or something, like a sushi master. I know they have to acquire knife skills, and or one of those where you slice those poisonous fish, those puffy fish. How are they called? The ones that poof up into those big balloons. Puff fish? No. I can't think of it right now. That one poisonous. You know which one I mean, probably. In Japan. And you need a special knife skill. Like only the masters can cut that fish and serve it. And if you only do one mistake, the whole poison will leak into the flesh of the fish or the meat of the fish, and it's ruined. So would I ever eat that myself? No way, Jose. Even if you were a master of 50 years, I would still not trust you. But yeah, I just think it's kind of crazy that people even do that. I don't even trust people at Whataburger that they wash their hands before they make my food. I don't even like Whataburger, so that was a bad example. Any fast food restaurant, you know what I'm talking about, or the point I'm trying to make. So I would never trust someone to cut a fish that's deadly poisonous. Would you ever eat that? Did anyone ever dare to try that? My hair's tickling my nose as usual. Gab es nicht auch eins mit dem Namen? Ja, Art. 28 weeks later. 28 weeks later and 28 days later. That's actually how it starts, the whole trilogy. So 28 days later is the first one. So it's in Britain, and there's some animal activists. I know, the bad people. They started the whole virus because they freed some, I think it was apes. It's a while that I watched the first one. They freed some apes from a lab, and then they had a rage virus, and the rage virus spread onto people, and then it spread around whole Britain. So NATO, later on, it's going to be later, decides to shut down whole Britain and just leave it alone, and that's what happens when you do the Brexit. That's what you get for Brexit. They all just leave you there, and yeah, it's basically just like the whole island is under quarantine, and no one's allowed to go there or leave. And then the 28 years later will, as the name gives away, show you what happens what happened 28 years later, which is in contemporary times. And I definitely had some funny moments in there. You will see if you watch it. So I'm not going to spoil it. Like I said, I can't cook it all. No, you can. You can cook eggs, and you can make oatmeal. So that's also cooking a little bit. Thank goodness Ami is back home, and I have some content I enjoy and awesome chats. Aw, thank you. I'm glad to be back too, and I'm glad I'm able to hang out with you all in my kitchen and have conversation with everyone, which is really always great. And I made too many potatoes. I went a little bit overboard, so yeah, we'll have a little bit more than I need. But Oscar, can I say hi? Oh yeah, your oats. Oops. I'm gonna finish Oscar's food real quick. I'll be right back on with the potato pancakes. I know, Chef. Mommy cooking for you. I know. I'm a bad mom. Letting you start. You had a little bit of pebbles today, even though you didn't like it. You're a very picky eater, Oscar, so you're not making it easy for me either. Other dogs would just eat their pebbles and they'd be good for the day. But I always have to cook for me and the husband, and then also for the dog. But I love Oscar, so I'll gladly do it. I know the oats are still, although the oats are done, but the meat has to cook real quick, okay? So this is gonna be a very plain meal. Oh, I can add some of the potato I just grated. I'm just gonna add a little potato to his meal. Ta-da! Just a little handful, not even. Just for some extra fiber. Let me catch up with the chat real quick. Only thing I can make is eggs. See, I already know you well, Marco. Marco had that for 25 years, definitely true. Artefacty, I can help you with English and you help me with Deutsch. Ich kann helfen dir mit Englisch. Oh. Yeah, Ali, your English is perfect. Top notch, as they say. And Ali is also learning German right now. Not also, I mean, Ali's learning German right now. Angela is gone for another wedding. Oh, she's gone again? She just has been gone for Alabama, right, Marco? Did she come back home or did she just leave for Youngstown from Alabama? That's when you have 13 cousins in Ohio alone, I guess. I have a knack for spaghetti, that's about it. Hey, spaghetti is great. Nothing wrong with spaghetti. Can you do one day a classic Käsekuchen? Wie von der Oma? Yes, that's a great idea. My mom actually made a great cheesecake. She was, rest in peace, Mom. I'm not talking bad about you, I'm sorry, but cooking, let me say it that way without having to say it. But I'm glad that I grew up with my dad being a chef, like a learned chef, or a chef by profession. So my mom didn't have to focus on the cooking. That's all I'm saying, because you're not supposed to talk bad about dead people, right? But her Käsekuchen, all her other cakes, my grandma always said, we would have won the war with her cakes because they were just as hard as ammunition, or, you know, we could have used them to rebuild houses as bricks. But for some reason her Käsekuchen was amazing. Everyone was always craving her Käsekuchen, so she definitely was a master at Käsekuchen. It was her specialty. And I would love to remake that Käsekuchen one day. Alright, that's a great idea, thank you. All these parts. I guess I missed something here. Someone got blocked. Oh yeah, that name. Although Jupiter, I think I know Jupiter. But yeah. I trust Shuriken. Shuriken is the main mod now in Funny. I don't know, is Funny still here? I think you're by yourself now, Shuriken. But you get this. And if you don't feel like moderating and you just want to take a chill pill and just relax and watch the stream in the background, don't feel bad. You don't feel forced to moderate. Like, I'm fine. Like, I'll just not read the nasty comments. After a year of doing YouTube now, I kind of learned how to just not read them. But it's still good to have a little bit of moderation once in a while. Snacks at my grandparents' house was tomatoes and cucumbers in season and bleached apples in the winter. What a different world we live in nowadays. Bleached apples? That sounds fancy or crazy. And yeah, tomatoes, that's a one we had too. Just whole tomatoes, right? With a little bit of salt. Nothing better than that. I remember my dad, when we went on an adventure, like hiking or anything, would always bring whole tomatoes and eat them like apples. And yeah, bleached apples, I've never heard that. When they make potato chips, they actually don't peel them, did you know? Oh, they etch the shell of the potatoes chemically. Yes, they do that too with canned peaches and anything that you eat canned. Or, you know those little mandarin pieces, those orange pieces, or yeah, mandarin pieces that you buy in the syrup? It usually comes from China and it's chemically peeled. So same thing, not very appetizing, is it? Granny put apples in a box and little sulfur in a box, and they bleached them while they stayed fresh all winter. Oh, interesting. That's cool. Just fascinating. Didn't leave behind a weird taste. Burning sulfur preserves them. Yeah, apparently you can even eat this is not an advice or anything, but you can buy that powder, I think. And some people eat that for some health reasons. I looked into that a while ago, but I wouldn't try. Way too scared. Hi, Rare. Welcome back. Of course, of course. Sorry, I'm so slow at reading today. Will bite your fingernails, Chernobyl movie. Oh, I believe it. Fugu pufferfish. Yes, I'd be hesitant to eat that stuff myself. Yeah, me too. I need to duck out. Of course. We are missing Bo here. I'm back, right? I know, the only... And Alex. We got Alex and Bo from Britain. You German folk masters of steel and tempering knives. My grandfather explained to me the molten process in detail. Oh, he immigrated from Schweinfurt. Yay, nice. Schweinfurt. That was like an hour away from where I studied. I definitely know Schweinfurt. And I don't know, we were masters of that, okay. But yeah, I talked to a blacksmith here at the place where I do the historical reenactment kind of thing, where I guide the school classes. And he talked to me about how to make knives and how to make them better and more last longer. I would never watch a stream in the background without at least introducing myself and later saying goodbye once I leave. I get that, yeah, that's definitely the polite way to do it, but I feel like a lot of people just hop in and drop out again, which is okay. No one is forced to say hi and bye or even say anything. Sometimes you just want to watch and relax, and I totally get that. I'm definitely one of the silent watchers sometimes in streams of people that I followed for a while. Oh, I'm so excited for the whole cleanup later. It's the best part. Once you're done cooking, you finally get to clean it all as a reward. Okay, so we will now grate the zucchini, and then we will grate a little bit of onion, and then we're almost ready to put them into the pan and try them. Of course, Christopher, do you know, or what do you eat your potato pancakes with? And Marco, since you're German, Marco, you know your potato pancakes too. Do you eat them traditionally with applesauce as well? I personally love them with applesauce, but it's also good with sour cream. But applesauce is just the best in my opinion. We used to sit in the garden and eat tomatoes like apples. Yeah, that's so good. People definitely miss out if they don't do that, or at least tried that. It's so delicious. Just tomatoes out of the garden or cucumbers. They're not even comparable to the store-bought cucumbers, right? Just so different. I don't know if I should use the whole zucchini, but I probably will since I use so much potato. So why not? But yeah, don't use too much zucchini if you add zucchini, because zucchini is quite watery and it might ruin the texture and the stickiness of your potato mix. It smells like what? Yeah, it smells like rotten eggs. I heard that. Or we tried it in chemistry class. It just, but the apple didn't pick up the smell. Oh wow, okay, that's very cool that the apples would just completely be untouched basically by the whole sulfur. It's a great way to keep them fresh. It's a natural way, even though it's a chemical, but it's a natural chemical, if that makes sense. Oh wow, okay Marco. Guess I learned something new. I'm never gonna use that, but yeah, still good to know. Just with jam or applesauce, you're correct. Yay, with the applesauce, nice. And jam, See that, you know, something I don't know. I never tried it with jam. I don't know if I have any jam here. I think I don't have any. Maybe I have some blueberry jam, but I don't know. No, I've never tried it with jam, to be honest. Sounds interesting though. Oh, I'm so hungry. I'm so excited to try one. You have no idea. Talking about food and being hungry. Did you guys already eat today? Have you ate? I think that would be the correct grammatical form. Have you ate today? And if yes, what have you ate today? You know, I'm always interested in that kind of stuff. Applesauce with salsa, and it was kind of good too with salsa. Yeah, I could see that. I'm not a huge salsa person. Like, I'm very... It's good with some things, but I don't know, I'm not crazy on salsa. I guess I'm just too German and I didn't grow up with salsa, so it's still hard for me to incorporate that into my daily life or my normal eating routine. Wow, Marco's sharing all the information here. Ancestors made every jelly and jam known, just local berries and honey as well. Oh, yum. How cool. Are you making any, or do you make your own jam, Christopher, since you're already making grate and all that? Seems like you're making it all. Oscar, your food is ready. Do you want to eat some? I'm going to put Oscar's food into his bowl so it can cool off. Hi, Shuriken. I'm about to feed Oscar, so you came here at the right time. I'm gonna let this cool down real quick. And you really didn't miss much. We were just talking about how we like to eat our potato pancakes. So the very German way would be to eat it with applesauce. So it's kind of like a mix of sweet and savory, because the potato pancakes themselves are very savory because of the roasting aromas in the pan from the potatoes, and then you have the applesauce. It's just a great mix, I think. So we'll need half an onion, the onion is not really a must, but it still kind of is, if that makes sense. It tastes much better if you add onion to your potato pancakes. It just gives that extra flavor. Everything's better with onion, right? So an easy way to just get that little, or make it little, or chop it, is just grating it. You know I love my grater. It just makes my life so much easier. So yeah, I'm just gonna grate that onion. And then we're gonna add our other ingredients. The flour. I'm gonna add a little bit of cornstarch. And 2 eggs, which is not necessary. You can do it without eggs. But it's just gonna stick together a little bit better. It's the binding ingredient. I need to live mainly on fermented food. Yeah, it's really good for your gut, for sure. But if you already have stomach issues, like stomach pain, it can also be a little bit harsh on your stomach. So you're gonna be a little careful with it, but definitely a good thing. Fermented foods, everyone should incorporate some of them into their daily eating routine. May it be olives, pickles, sauerkraut, kimchi, gochujang, hot pepper paste, green pepper paste, anything. So many fermented foods out there. Fermented plums. I'm gonna use the the rest later for something else. This is enough onion for now. Yeah, that's good. We will need a lot of salt and pepper now. So salt and pepper next. Always use freshly grated black pepper. Tastes much better. Pepper. You can also use some nutmeg. I don't have any nutmeg anymore. I have to buy some. But some salt. Don't be shy with the salt. Some more. And eggs. And flour. Almost forgot. I'm gonna add some flour. Just a little bit. I know I'm great with giving instructions a little bit. Yeah, I just usually go with the feeling, you know, see how it feels in my hands or how it looks like. A little bit of potato starch. Potato starch gives you a little bit of an extra crunch. Like, it makes the potato pancakes a little bit more crunchy on the outside. And it's a good binding ingredient. Just a little more. And I'm gonna mix that together real quick. So this is how it all looks like. And the reason why I want to mix that before I add the eggs is so I can try the salt level by trying a little bit of zucchini without having to eat raw eggs, because I'm kind of like so yucked out by that idea. Let me see what I missed. The best tolerable food for me, sauerkraut, pickles. That's great, Marco. If that's tolerable for you, go for it. It's so healthy for you, and maybe you just need to like work on your microbiome a little bit, you know, for your belly pain. It turned super pink now, by the way. Mr. O is awesome. Did I miss any ingredient going in, or is it all still just potato? No, you did miss some ingredients. So while you were gone, I was grating some zucchini into it. So it's just potato, zucchini, unbleached flour, salt, pepper, nutmeg if you have it. You can use garlic powder as well if you want to. I'm just keeping it very classical. I'm not going to add it. And some potato starch if you want to, or cornstarch. It's not necessary. It's just, like I said, it will add a little bit extra crunch. And I need a little bit more flour in here. I can tell that my hands are not sticky enough. And also, if you add zucchini, they have a lot of water. So you might want to up the flour a little bit, just to bind the moisture. That's all the flour is really there for. Oh, I forgot. I give you mixing ASMR. Like I'm making kimchi or something. I saw sauerkraut right now. I feel like that's how you make a sauerkraut. You get rid of the moisture in it and mix it with the salt. So now we will add the last ingredient, which is egg. And please, with eggs, try to buy them from a local farm. They will look much cuter. They're tiny and brown, and not from mass production. So if you have a local farmer or just someone selling them from their own backyard, because there's a lot of people that have chickens, and sometimes you will see them at the street corner where they sell them, and they taste so much better, and it's just so much better for the chickens to, you know, to buy them in the mass production if you can. And they're also much cheaper actually that way, or at least the same price as the cheap eggs in the store. Look how orange they are too. They have a much different color than the store-bought ones. But there's also some better store-bought ones, those pasture-raised, local farms, all the good stuff. Probably not very good, but you know, everything that has animals involved will never be really good. I think it's always, you know, exploitative, if that's the right word for it. Oh, I got so many mosquito bites on my legs. It's so itchy. But yeah, I'm gonna mix that together now with the eggs. They're so cute. It's kind of sad now. I just imagine that this would probably, I mean, that would be a little chicken. Thank you for being in my potato pancake. It's crazy to think that we eat that. Did you know that eggs are just a period of a chicken? Oh yeah. Probably shouldn't think about that. Food map diet is not the key, but it kind of helps. Yeah, I was on that diet before, Marco. I feel you. I had hives all over my body, or not hives. It was like patches of my skin would just swell up basically, so as if I got bad mosquito bites or bee stings. You know, that kind of like swelling. I would get it everywhere. Sometimes after certain foods, so I had to eat the food map diet too, and it really, really helped me to get back to normal. And now I'm basically back at normal. I like my wahoo hash browns scattered and smothered. Onions are awesome. Yes, onions are awesome. Reminds me of how we called funny an onion. Basically, it's a funyun. I made umeboshi. Oh, you made the fermented plums yourself? I didn't find any fresh ume this year. Oh, that's sad. Yeah, I don't know where I could buy the fresh ume. I haven't seen any in our stores here. But I would love to make it myself too. I have never made them myself. Jessica's still at NASA in Alabama. They don't let me come and look because I'm not a US citizen. Oh no. That's some defense stuff. Oh. That's crazy that they wouldn't let you come visit. Especially as dad, but yeah, I mean, they're probably playing it safe. They have their regulations, I guess, and they can't make any exceptions. So it's potatoes, onions, cornstarch, soft flour, potato starch, and maybe eggs. Is that right? So it's potatoes, onions, if you want to, zucchini, cornstarch or potato starch, either one. You don't need both, but salt, flour, pepper, and eggs. Exactly, yes. That's what you need. I'm still waiting to go live because no excitement for me is like a min, and live YouTube can really carry me away. Yeah. It can, yeah, I know. It just depends on what people you have in the stream. I'm just very lucky today that we're just like us friends here, you know, and just chill. Nothing to worry about, but yeah, YouTube can definitely be a different place sometimes. Not a very friendly place sometimes. But once I'm live, I got so ideas already. That's not so good ideas. Pepper, nutmeg, zucchini, awesome. Yes, you got it right. Hi, Whisker. Hello. I'm drinking the last of some tea, guanyin oolong tea right now, by the way, from my Jianzhan cup. No less. Ooh, nice. Poor little chicken. Yeah, I know. Yeah, definitely are. But yeah, They're gonna make some great potato pancakes. Gotta run again. No worries. How you doing, Whisker, if you're still here? Alright guys, it's time to fry those little fellas. And I hope the consistency is good. So with the potato pancakes, you might not have the perfect consistency with the dough. So what I do, I usually just make 2 little ones to see, or 1 little one in the beginning, and just see if I got the ratio right. And if not, I just gotta add some more flour to make them stick together and see. I don't have a good spatula. And I need a plate. Oscar, you gonna eat your food? I completely forgot about that. Oscar? Oscar? Chatty. Oscar? I think he went back to sleep. Oh well. He'll eat his food later. Completely forgot about that. Poor guy. Good thing he already ate his kibble earlier, so he's hopefully not too hungry. Okay, we'll see how it turns out. Heat up the pan. That's another thing you gotta focus on, that the pan is hot. I read everything earlier. So, I think it's definitely, I don't really like to use those coated pans or those non-stick pans. Yes, it's so annoying right now. It's like tickling my nose. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of those non-stick pans. But honestly, for potato pancakes, it's almost a must, because the starchy potatoes are really, they stick to everything that's not non-stick. Unless you have a really, really good iron cast skillet that's really prepared well and not sticky anymore. But yeah, mine is still not great. I don't know what I did wrong with it, but after I came back from my camping trip where I used it, I kind of ruined the day, I think. I don't know how, but it's just not the same anymore. I'll try one first to see how the consistency is. And they unfortunately need a lot of oil. So checking out a car around the neighborhood, just say hello to Costco gas station. Oh, nice. Have fun, Marco. Say hi to your princess. I think it turned out okay. Ich habe einen Oscar hier im Pan. Gerne 15 Mal schnell. Gerne. Ah, I know what you're trying to do. Let's see. There you go. We don't need that kind of stuff here. So goodbye, bro. Yeah, I think it turned out well. I don't want to add any more flour, otherwise it gets too chewy, and I don't like that. I like them to be a little bit more crispy outside. So I think it should be good. We'll see, we'll see. Make some more. I'm making the potato pancakes, Kamal. it's taken forever because making the dough is a lot of preparation, just a lot of grating if you make everything from scratch. But this is the dough. It looks a little pink now. This potatoes kind of turn like a pinkish color. Yeah, sure. You want to look what I'm making? Yeah. Looking good? Okay. I guess my cat is scared of the pan. And I hope I did the right salt level. So you want them to be a little crispy on the outside and little brown spots just for some more flavor. Hi Kemal, wie geht's? Alles gut? Wir machen heute Kartoffelpuffer oder Reibekuchen, wie man auch sagt. There's many different names for this dish. Some people say Reibekuchen, Kartoffelpuffer, and in English I think it's just called potato pancakes. Gut, Arbeit im Nachtdienst. Oh, im Nachtdienst? Oh krass. Auch anstrengend, oder? Ich weiß nicht, ob ich Nachtdienst machen kann. In der Pflege oder Krankenhaus. Hier gibt es gerade Kartoffelpuffer. I wish I could give you all some potato pancakes. Oh, in Klinik. Oh, okay, krass. Okay. Sehr gut, Kemal. Danke für deine Arbeit. In Rosenheim. Oh, schön. In der Nähe von München. War ich noch nie. Ich bin immer mit dem Zug durchgefahren. Ist sehr, sehr anstrengend, glaube ich, oder? Nachtdienst. Mein Vater war vor kurzem im Krankenhaus. Deswegen bin ich vor kurzem nach Deutschland geflogen aus Amerika. Und habe da mehrere Tage im Krankenhaus geschlafen, um eben für meinen Vater da zu sein, falls was ist. These are potato pancakes, by the way. Looking pretty good. Und einfach gesehen, wie stressig die Arbeit ist als Schwester oder Pfleger oder ja generell im Krankenhaus zu arbeiten, besonders nachts. Also Hut ab auf jeden Fall. Mal, dass du das machst. Und danke für deine Arbeit. Schatz, are you upset? My cat is watching me. Making potato pancakes. Marvel movie? I'm not a Marvel person at all. I don't know what it is, but I don't know, Marvel movies don't really do anything for me. I don't know. I've never been into the Marvel universe, but maybe I need to give it another try. Thanks, Kamal. I wish I could give you some to try. They're really good. Or they look really good. I haven't tried one yet, so I don't know if they are really good, but I'm almost sure that they will taste pretty good. I have made them before. And you know how it is with things that you made before, or it's like a go-to for you. You can make them without tasting them or trying them, and you know that they're good. Hi, Mohammed. I wish Bharat, I wish I'm not. Not really. Salut. Salut Mohamed. Comment ça va? This one is good to go. Ooh, yummy. So crispy. My cat is looking at the potato pancakes, trying to get a bite. I'm so excited to eat them. If you want them extra crispy, try to make them pretty thin and not too thick, because it's also hard to make them cook evenly or through if you make them too thick, because potatoes need a little bit of time to cook. So, just a little advice. I'm from Germany, Berat. Thank you, Kamal. Oui, salut. Yeah, I'm from Germany and I live in America, so I feel at home in both countries now. Et toi? C'est comment? Where are you from, Barat? Oh, these are cooking fast now. Now the pan is really hot, I'm gonna add a little bit more oil. Captain America was also from Germany. Oh, true. There's a new one coming out, isn't it? Or no, Superman. The new Superman is coming out. Has anyone seen it yet? Is it already out? I don't know if it's already out or not, honestly. I was at the movie theater yesterday, but I didn't watch that movie. Or I watched something very different. But I saw the poster for it in the advertisement. Chatty, you want to try some? I'm going to try a little piece, I think. It smells good. Yummy, yummy. Très beau, très beau. Géramment, géramment. Does anyone know that advertisement? You can open for a restaurant. So thank you, Kamal. I appreciate that. It was actually always my wish when I was younger, or even later, to have a little place where I can serve food, not necessarily a restaurant, but more like a small place, like a hole in the wall kind of place, you know, like a little cafe with only a couple tables. But that would be super fun. It's definitely something I would love to have later on in life. But it's not easy to open a restaurant. I need to be pretty financially stable already, or very, very confident. Either one. Or very good, but I don't know if I'm good enough to have a successful business like that. Ooh, I smell like a roasted potato now, standing right above that pan. Hindi? Like a movie in Hindi, or a movie called Hindi? Or are we talking about the language? How was your day, Kamal, by the way? What did you do today? I feel like you always ask, but you rarely tell me about your day, or us. Schatzi, you want potato pancake? You're not getting any. You already have your kibble, Schatzi, okay? My cat is going crazy over here, over the potato pancakes, but if I would give her one, she would probably not even eat it, and she can't because there's onions in it. So I'm sorry, Schatzi. And these pancakes are really, really great for just keeping them in the fridge. You can keep them for a couple days. Thanks, Barat. And yes, I am married. Today, rice with egg curry. Oh, yum. Very cool. So what did you put into the curry? Just eggs or any vegetables, or how did you make it? Come on. I'm just gonna munch on my little first pancake that I made. So good. If you never had potato pancakes, you definitely need to try it. It's kind of like a hash brown, but still different, especially if you add zucchini. I know, something about it. Especially if you add... Thanks, Bunny. I don't know what happened, but I love how you and Shuriken have different rules for moderating. You have your different approaches. So some of you are more, one of you is more worried about that kind of stuff, and the other person is more worried about that, more lenient with this, but less lenient with the other thing. So it's really cool, or interesting to see. By the way, we're trying, this is the first potato pancake over here. Ta-da! And I'm munching on my other one from the first batch. It's so delicious. I don't eat very spicy, come on, you're right. I'm not very good with spicy food. Welcome back, Shuriken. You're good. Oh, you cut up some red potatoes for dinner? Nice. We need all the potatoes today. Hello. Thank you, come on. It is pretty healthy, I would say, yeah. I agree. But yeah, you definitely want a little bit of color in your pancakes. Kind of like this. Especially later when you keep them in the fridge. This roasted aroma will definitely be so tasty. I think it's even better the next day. And you can always heat them up again, like reheat them. Makes them even better. I just came across and saw some comments, so my first reaction was, is Shuriken here? If he's here, they wouldn't survive. Yeah, we were unmoderated for a little bit, but nothing crazy happening. Just nice people. There was one prick earlier, but I just deleted it since it's pretty chill right now. Like I said, the weekday streams are always super slow and chill and just us friends here usually. But it's more the weekend streams, like Saturday, Sunday, where it's a little bit more messy. Röstis? Fast, ja. Reibekuchen. Mit Zucchini und nicht ganz wie Röstis. Ich glaube, Röstis macht man ohne Eier, oder? Röstis nur Kartoffeln. Mit nur Kartoffeln und Mehl oder nur Kartoffeln sogar? Ich weiß schon gar nicht mehr. Ich glaube, Röstis ist echt nur Kartoffel, oder? Soweit ich weiß. Die hier sind ein bisschen mehr, weniger knusprig. With sauce. Usually applesauce, Kamal. I'll show you. These potato pancakes look so good. So thank you. They are really, really, really tasty. I rarely ever mess those up. Nepali and India food almost spicy. Yeah, I know. There's some not too spicy foods that I can get at Indian restaurants. But I know you have a tendency to have very spicy food. I get that. Come on. And yeah, thank you, Shuriken. They are really good. I'm gonna get some applesauce, by the way. So Kamal, this is what we eat the potato pancakes with. Just some plain applesauce. Without sugar or anything. Ta-da! and greasy. Nice sizzling sound. For those that missed this part when I said it, make sure to not have them too thick because it's kind of hard to cook potatoes through very evenly without burning your potato pancakes, because you don't want to have them burned, but it still needs to cook through because you don't want to eat raw potatoes, right? So the thinner you have them, the better for cooking. Bei uns ist es 18:41 Uhr jetzt. Ryder. Wo bist du her, Ryder? Aus Deutschland oder Schweiz, Österreich? Weil du Röstis gesagt hast, nämlich an Schweiz. Wir hatten vorhin schon mal jemand hier aus der Schweiz. Es wäre witzig, wenn schon 2 Schweizer sind heute. They do look good. It's raining with thunder here and we have a heat wave warning for Sunday afternoon. America, yeah. The land of endless possibilities, right? Anything possible. Heat wave, rain. But yeah, here it is so hot. When I was out earlier, I mean you were there with me. I got a sunburn from just being outside for 2 hours, 20 minutes. I read about that upper Midwest heat wave from my friend in Illinois. It sounds brutal. Well, I hope you're gonna dodge that shuriken down in Georgia. You might just not have the heat wave, but Georgia is usually hotter than Tennessee, isn't it? Und Ryder, bist du wahrscheinlich ein Nachtmensch, oder? Wenn es schon so spät ist bei dir. Nachteule. Und es ist Wochenende, fällt mir gerade ein. Dann macht es natürlich Sinn, dass man länger noch wach ist. Deutsch, Baden-Württemberg? Nein, ich bin auch aus Baden-Württemberg. Was ein Zufall. Schön hier. Ich brauche so einen Aufkleber. Schön hier, aber waren Sie schon mal in Baden-Württemberg? Oder? So geht's, glaube ich. So einen Aufkleber muss ich mir mal mitnehmen. Das nächste Mal, wenn ich hier zurückfliege nach Amerika. Ich bin aus dem Süden in Baden-Württemberg, bei der Schweizer Grenze. Yeah, but high heat wave goes maximum to 100 degrees, so you can. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, okay. For you guys, it's heat wave then. Yeah, our heat wave in Tennessee, 100 is probably not even considered a heat wave. Well, it is already. That's definitely hot. Don't get me wrong, even in Tennessee. But 105 or so is definitely more when people start complaining here. One thing I don't like about this is cooking or smelling all that like roasted aroma or getting that all on my face. Did you know that I already said that in a cooking video before, but cooking can give you lung C, like the lung disease. I don't want to say it out loud, but the lung that smoking gives you, but cooking can just give it to you too. So more women nowadays have it than men, because back then it was more common for men to smoke, so that was obviously bad. And so more men smoked back then, so it was more common for men to have it. But nowadays it is more common for females to have lung cancer, because females in general cook more often. So cooking can give that to you if you do it often and if you have a lot of smoke in the kitchen. So, and especially if you cook meat, it will increase your risk of developing that if you cook every single day. So, yeah, it's a risky business, guys. It's a risky business, apparently. Oh, hi, right there. Funny, where are you from? I'm originally from India, but I live in the States for now, come on. Supposed to get bad here in a few days, but not as bad as up in Funny's neighborhood. Heat index is 101. Well, that's already really hot. 108 they call for. Wow, in Illinois 108. That's really hot. Oh, good, Funny. Far south. Funny and I are both from far south. I'm far south Germany, and he's from far south India. Good morning, Anga, in capital letters. Good morning to you too. Hi, Big. Sorry, I can't read the Carillion alphabet. These are really hot, but they look good. I love how they have a little bit greenish color to it. I knew that was gonna happen. Oh well, I just scraped my floors, so 3-second rule, right? Yeah. I have Last Christmas stuck to my head, or in my head. The song. I don't know why, but it just happened. You know, I used to be so much okay with 100 degrees. Oh, in India, yeah, you're probably very used to that. Ooh, I need some fresh air over here without the pan. You can't bear with 90 plus. Yep. It's all things change. Even if you were used to them, if you're out of it for too long, your body will adjust to the new temperatures and to the new way of living. I'm from the deep south myself. All of us are from the good old south. Yes, we're all southerners. But I'm more like Northern Europe if it comes to country-wise, I guess. So I'm northern, but from south at the same time. All of us are funny, I guess. American life has made you soft. I don't want to say that, but Shuriken, you said something very true. My husband makes fun of me now because I used to not be bothered by not having AC, walking everywhere, being uncomfortable, just, you know, because I grew up like that. Like in Germany we don't have AC or a lot of comfortable things that you have here in America, and I get so used to them. And I used to want to walk everywhere in the past. Like it wouldn't even occur in my brain that we could take the car to go to certain places or not walk somewhere. But now I'm so used to the American way of living already that he always makes fun of me now. He's like, wow, you're American now, aren't you? I'm like, I guess. Daddy Trump would be proud of me being American. But yeah, I still feel German. But I'm definitely Americanizing slowly but steadily. So can't wait to talk like a real southerner one day and dress like one. I just need my Bass Pro hat and yeah, my boots. I got my boots. I got my hat. I'm bringing country back. I think that's how the song goes, right? So in some ways, in the other, I've become more grueling. It's the trade-off. I suppose, like everything, really. Yeah, really it is. That is true. And I feel like it's very natural. If you live somewhere else, you'll adapt. It's everywhere. When I lived in China, I was certainly different too. I feel like you, and it's just a human mechanism or like a normal mechanism, and it's kind of healthy to be able to adapt, right, to where you are. Hi Camille. Attach. sounds touch. Is it Turkish maybe? These don't have much color. Oops, I turned the heat way too low. No wonder. I was wondering because they're just like a blob. It's green. Turkey. Yay, merhaba. It's kind of like a UN today again. Get so many countries here. I love that. It's so cool. One really cool thing about YouTube that you get people from all over the world if you don't add like a location to your live streams. So YouTube doesn't just focus on America and just goes global. Yes, nice. Mixing a little politics here, not politics, but more like governance. What's your take on President telling Americans having a lot of federal holidays? But more like governance. What's your take on President telling Americans having a lot of federal holidays? Wait, you mean the president said that you have too many federal holidays? Or how do you mean? Sorry. My brain's fried because I'm frying potato pancakes right now. I guess too much oil getting into my brain right now. Now we got Germany, Swiss, Turkey, America. Yes, you're right. And good old Baden-Württemberg, of course. Most importantly, not just Germany, but Baden-Württemberg. I had a few people from Baden-Württemberg here already. I think Baden-Württemberg is überall. Sorry for switching back to German. Sometimes I'm reading German, or I think, because I know a writer is German, so in my head I just switched back to German, and then I just speak this weird mix. It happened to me too. When I came back from China, I would mix Chinese, German, yeah, just Chinese and German, not English. I would just mix those two languages. That was really interesting. That was very funny. My dad always thought it was hilarious when I was sitting with them at a dinner table and I would just randomly speak or say something in Chinese, thinking that they would understand me. So they were thinking about taking Chinese classes, but it was more of a joke. I don't think they would have. I'm a pinch unclear, also funny. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who has a fried brain today. He was saying that US has... Okay, that's what I thought that you meant, but I wasn't sure, so I just want to make sure that I understood the right way. Too many paid holidays and should be removed to increase productivity. That is terrible. I already feel like you guys don't have enough federal holidays. I feel like Juneteenth, for example, should be a federal holiday. I mean, it already is, right? But a lot of stores were still open and a lot of my friends were still working. And if something is a federal holiday in Germany, you have to be closed. Like, you will close. Like, you're not going to work on federal holidays. Everyone has federal holiday unless you work in a caretaking job where you have to work, right? But we have so many holidays or federal holidays in Germany, and we are a very economical, well-off, good country. So I think you should be okay having some federal holidays. Like, I'm sure you have some days off too. Productivity, my butt. Like, everyone needs some holidays. So you can plan some vacation or just have some family time or time for yourself. Like, it's not all about work all the time. Yes, you're right, Bunny. It was all Nepal and India. It was all over the news yesterday. Oh, I didn't see that. See, I'm so glad we got you informing us because, like I said, I read the news every other day or like once a week sometimes. Some say Americans work too many days per year. Others are now saying there are too many holidays. Who's right? I have a hard guess who's right. I feel like you guys really do work a lot and focus a lot on work. Not you personally, I mean, your country. It's very about working, which is not necessarily bad, obviously. I think it's good for your economics and your growth and people's wealth. But yeah, nothing wrong with holidays. Everyone is so excited for holidays. Nothing better, especially when you get paid. I'll have to get Shuriken's take on it. The one who wished, okay. I thought the all caps was. I know that wasn't. Yeah, I mixed it up too. I think you're right. Usually we have at least one Indian person here with us. Like a person who lives in India. That's what I mean. Ooh, I'm glad when this whole frying station is over. I'm about to wear a mask. People that write in all caps, they either do that accidentally or they definitely want to be heard. That's so good. Yum. Please remake those pancakes. If you want to remake anything that I ever made, I think you will like the pancakes the most. Although, I don't know, they're just so cheap and simple, and if you don't mind standing in the kitchen for hours to fry them. But they're great, you can take them to work the next day or for a picnic or just as a snack, keep them in the fridge. Not enough holidays, I agree. Whisker's spilling the truth here. You tell him. You go to the White House and tell him, Whisker. Not enough, not enough. I'll come with you. I probably won't because I'm not a citizen. They will definitely bring me right back home where I come from if I do that. I don't think you have too little holidays, honestly. I think just being German, I'm just very spoiled with federal holidays because we are such a Christian country that every single event in the Bible basically turns into a federal holiday for us. So we have so many Christian federal holidays. So now that we have so many people from Turkey and Syria and many Muslim countries, I wish they will incorporate some Muslim holidays or special days into our federal holiday system as well. I feel like we're probably the country with the most federal holidays. I can't believe there's any other country that has more than us. Did I miss the all caps? I think he was deleted. Hi Hakan, Özbek. Get another person from Turkey, probably. Did I miss the, I know, with that, frying is a difficult thing, especially if you don't have a fan or a cool weather in the kitchen. Yep. I'm glad it's already evening, so it's not, and I have the AC blowing. Other than if I didn't have the AC, ooh. I don't know if I could survive this. So, does anyone have any plans for the weekend? Anyone going camping, hiking, any movie dates planned, or watching a cool show right now? Binge watching a show? Well, I think federal holidays don't even reduce productivity. What I see is a surge and retain business before the holidays. Lord knows we need time with families. Yes, absolutely. Holidays are just, I think it's just so necessary just to get this, it's just like a glimpse of hope, like next week I have this holiday, so I get one more weekend day, or I get a little break, or you just plan something cool with family during that day, because weekends are so short. Like, who invented a 2-day weekend? That's crazy. Like, you got Saturday off, yeah, great, you're still really tired from working all week, right? And then you're just basically recovering, maybe sleeping in, then you have to run all your errands, especially in Germany, because in Germany Sunday everything is closed. Because, like I said, we are just a very Christian country, so we take that resting on Sunday very seriously. So you have to do everything on Saturday, and then Sunday you're basically just being grumpy all day because you know you have to work the next day. So I feel like Friday should be off too, or Monday. So you get this one day in between where you don't rest from the week of work, and where you don't prepare for the next week of work, when you have just this one day in between. That seems tasty, but straight out of cholesterol handbook. Oh, did I miss something? Oh, hi Marco, back and refueled. Very good. I'm glad you refueled. I hope you refuel yourself too and you eat something good today. If I have a leftover baked potato, I make slices about a 1/4-inch thick and fry them in just a little oil. Really simple and tasty. Oh, that's good. That is a very German thing to do, by the way. Ryder will know what I'm talking about. It's basically the idea of Bratkartoffeln. That's the most... Ryder, would you agree with me that Bratkartoffeln is probably the most famous German potato dish? Or what would you say? Salzkartoffeln vielleicht? Schwer zu sagen, oder? Schockgüsellenbarisch. You know, there is a conspiracy theory that feminism was the brainchild of the Rothschild to increase the tax base and workforce. More supplies, less wages. Oh, really? Interesting. I never heard about that. We're learning all the cool conspiracies here. Yeah, honestly, everything's possible. What are you gonna do with all the Reibekuchen? I'm gonna eat a few and keep the rest in the fridge. And I was thinking about making them for work, but I might make a new batch on Sunday because there's a meeting at my work where I'm making the food for, and I volunteered for making the food whenever we have a meeting. So I always like to come up with something they haven't had yet, something German. I'm gonna make pudding brezeln, by the way, morgen or tomorrow. I'm gonna make pudding pretzels or custard pretzels, and I love them. Every time I come back to Germany, I eat a pudding pretzel when I come home at the bakery. Usually right at the airport still, because I always crave them. One of my favorite things ever. But apparently they're super easy to make, so I think I'm gonna make the pudding pretzels with you either tomorrow, or if you want to, you don't have to, tomorrow or Sunday morning. I think that would be really cool to learn how to make them. Okay, we're almost done with frying our potato pancakes. Thank you guys for sticking around. Was geht eigentlich gerade so in Deutschland ab? Ryder, habe ich irgendwas verpasst, seitdem ich wieder zurück bin? Irgendwas Neues passiert? Possibly true, but when I say a little oil, I mean like a tablespoon of canola for 2 full potatoes. I mean, yeah, that's totally fine. I'm using oil for this here too, so it's not much different. And just to get them crispy, I get that. And that is delicious. Yeah, like I said, it's one of a German's favorite thing to eat. And Marco, you can back me up on that or not. And tell me what you think. What's the most famous or popular, let's say popular, not famous, German potato dish? Christian country, and the churches are empty except for Well, yeah, you know what I mean though. Our most famous party, or not at the moment, but it's usually the most famous party is Christian party. So let's say on the paper, we are a very Christian country. I don't know if in theory. So, da scheiden sich definitiv die Geister. For sure, I agree. It is so smoky here. Catholic churches aren't empty. Yeah, they are pretty popular in Germany, that's true. I am sorry, my Indian bottom is thinking that for making it crisp, we need to add a lot of oil. Oh yeah, us Germans like to use a lot of butter, so it's not just you, funny. Also, the preschool is a way to entertain children early on. Yeah, you're very beautiful. Schock Güzelsin. Oh. Nice. Learn something. Thanks, Barish. Schock Güzelsin. Hello, Marco. How are you? Different. My Apple Watch says extreme weather warning. Yeah, Fanny just talked about that, Marco. He already told us. I had no idea about that because it's been hot here the entire time, so I'm not even surprised anymore. Or, yeah, it's just been hot all week. And then we had that crazy dry thunderstorm. I was so glad to capture that on camera. I could not believe my eyes when I saw it. I was just walking past the window and ready to go to bed. And I just saw that lightning outside, but there's no rain or thunder. I couldn't hear it. I just saw those lightnings. And I was like, what is that? I was almost scared for a second. I was like, is that the apocalypse? Is that because it was like I didn't even capture, I know it already looked cool on camera, but I didn't even capture the real cool ones. So the real cool ones happened before I even started filming. So there was this big lightning bolt coming out of nowhere. It's just like an explosion, and then it was like a spider web of lightning just crawling across the sky, basically going over my house, lighting up the whole sky. Like I literally said, like I had my mouth open. It rarely ever happens to me that I'm losing my words, but I was just like standing there with my mouth open, and I was like, what's happening? Am I making this up? Is something wrong with my brain? I could not imagine that it's a real thing. So I started filming. I was like, I have to capture this. And then it started not being as cool anymore. So as soon as I started filming, the whole show was basically over. It was the smaller ones, like the ones you see on my video that I uploaded, is maybe 40% of how cool it actually looked like. So pretty disappointing, but I was just glad that I experienced it and I was there at the right moment. And I think it's called a dry thunder, right? A spider lightning, that's what I looked up. And Marco, you wrote a little bit of a explanation why it happens. So it's when they don't go down vertically, they travel horizontally across the sky, because the atmosphere is just very rich and loaded. Just told Army and Shuriken about a high heat wave warning on Sunday. Crazy that I'm writing as I'm hearing thunderstorms. Oh, it's approaching? Oh, shoot. Here it's sunny and blue. I'm sorry. I didn't send it this time. It's not from Tennessee. A layer of oil over the pan would certainly make them more tasty, but yeah. Seems very delicious. Thank you. Oh, you're talking about Shuriken, Andre? Barish? Germany or because my potato pancakes are very delicious too. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very happy about those, how they turned out. Okay, last one. I'll make a big one for the last one. We made it. Oh, I'm so glad. The bowl is empty. I made it. Or we made it. Deutsche Banken sind gefühlt irgendwie immer geschlossen. Yeah, that's true. Banks are, I agree, German banks are always closed, or so many stores in general are always closed. Eating a fish sandwich while watching the food you're making made me hungry. Aww. I'm sorry that I made you hungry, but I'm glad you're having a yummy fish sandwich. Magfish. My friends keep making fun of me, and my husband too, but magfish, highly underrated. It's one of my favorites if I ever get fast food, or got fast food in the past. Not anymore, but in the past I would get that. I love that lightning. It was nice. It was really nice, wasn't it? It was really, really cool. I'm just so grateful that I saw this. I was just, like I said, I was just so disappointed that as soon as I started filming, it was just not as cool anymore. So I was like, okay, you up there, if it's the camera, if it's because of the camera that it's not as cool anymore, I'll put the camera away for a second. So I was like, okay, show me what you got. And I put the camera away. Like, I didn't talk like that, obviously, but I'm just exaggerating. I put the camera away. As soon as I put the camera away, another cool one came. And the whole sky was lit up. I was like, I guess. And then, yeah. But I still captured a few cool ones. The thunderstorm footage of yours was absolutely unbelievable, sister. I'm glad you liked it too. And it was definitely something I've never seen before. So I'm so glad I was able to share that with you. Arabica, are you a coffee? Nice. Good old Arabica. We just finished our coffee today. I gotta get some new one. I drank so much coffee in Germany. Shuriken, you would be so disappointed in me. I did drink a lot of tea. I drank a lot of matcha. You know, just, I know it's such a trend now. I hate it. I drank matcha. I don't want to be like one of those people like, I drank it way before it was a trend. I started it. Like, I obviously didn't start the trend, but I drank matcha way before matcha became popular, where everyone started drinking matcha or matcha latte everywhere. I hate that word latte, by the way. That's one of my least favorite American words or English words, latte. Anyways, but I still drink some matcha lattes in Germany with my sister because we both love it. And there's so many cafes in Germany, especially in summer. You just love, or I love sitting outside and watching people walking by. Just having that summer vibe, you know, sitting in the cafes. So I definitely did that a lot. And just being very European when I was back home, just enjoying that. Well, if I'm ever to go, I want to see that lightning and go. That would be a nice memory to etch in my mind as I would meet my maker. Aww. Yeah, honestly, I had a thought for a second too. I was like, yeah, honestly, that was one of the moments where I was like, okay, there has to be someone up there making this. Like, this is crazy. Like, how cool is that? And thanks for the show. I literally thanked for the show. So happened in California to us when both PCs got fried. Ryder who? I missed that one. That's when both. It fried your PCs with the dry lightning. I need to stick those potatoes in to roast. Please hold down the fort, brother. Yeah, thanks, Funny, for holding down. And I hope the potatoes will turn out nicely, Shuriken. Talking about potatoes, I'm actually really hungry, so I'm gonna eat a potato pancake now. Chat. Are you entertaining the chat? Thanks, Rusty. Yeah? What are you doing up here, by the way? You're not supposed to be up here. You know that. Your belly is so big now. Your daddy fed you so well while I was gone. Rusty, please. No. No, no. Please get off. You're being very rude right now. You're not supposed to be up here, Shatson. It's supposed to be up here. You're so heavy. Isn't that cat really large? Anytime I carry him around, I notice that. You're really big. Rusty. I'm getting on a kitchen counter again. I feel like I adopted a black panther and they didn't tell me. You're so heavy. He was 22 pounds last time that we weighed him. Look how large he is. You wanna get down? I'll put you down. No, you're not getting on the kitchen counter. You can't get down on the ground. Rusty. You're so rude. You're a rude cat. Do you know that? Do you know that? Sorry, guys. My cat is out of control. Yeah, acting all cute, aren't you? And I do know the Dubai Schokolade. Actually, Ryder, I have Dubai Schokolade in my fridge. I want to try that. Let's see if I missed anything. I'm here, please do see to the potatoes. Nice. Jin came? The Jin? Oh, yeah. 3 for demon. I do believe in it. A little bit sometimes, but sometimes I don't. It depends. Jin isn't worrisome a lot, Andre. Jin or Malak, she lives in Tennessee. That's the land of pew pew. Yeah, that is definitely the land. You're not gonna eat my potato pancakes. I don't know what you're doing here, good sir. Rusty. He's hyper-focused on my potato pancakes right now. He's staying down there. And yeah, Dubai chocolate, I think I want to try this right now with you. I have it in my fridge and I haven't tried it yet. I can't ever convince my cheap mind to drink expensive tasteless Starbucks drinks over the home brewed coffee. Me too, funny. That's why I have this $10 French press where you can ground your cheap coffee. You can ground it in your blender and then put it in there, and it tastes so much better. First of all, it is super cheap. You don't use plastic cups, and yeah, Starbucks is just so expensive, especially if people go there every single day. It's insanity to me. Both UPC got fried and myself in the short circuit. Lightning struck into the power lines. Ooh, wow. I thought it was like a myth. I didn't know that was a real thing, that would actually happen. Around here, any tea that I don't make myself tastes like trash, honestly. Well, most teas actually are. They're just like super cheap quality, right? And Funny knows all about it. Funny used to work in the tea industry. Hope you had proper insurance cover. That's a cat. That is a cat. You should do curls with Rusty. I did that once. Rusty, let's do curls. I actually sometimes when I'm too lazy to go to the gym, I'll just do like a military press with him. He's such a baby. He loves being carried around, but he's such a crier. Now he's purring. Look at his long tail. Yeah, you're not a cat, are you? You're something else. You're something in between a panther and a cat. I feel like they tricked me. It's definitely very cozy though to cuddle him. It feels like hugging a bear. It's a Mack truck. Dark cat, white dog. Yes, I have a black cat and a white dog. That's true. Oh yeah, dark cat walking from the left. Bad luck. I heard that before. You better don't walk in that direction, Rusty. He has he has flour on his mouth. Please look at that. Rusty, what did you do? Oh no, you're such a silly. Rusty, what are you doing? No, please. Rusty, please, you're not eating up here. And why do you have flour in your mouth? Where's that from? Such a goofball. This cat's driving me insane sometimes. Why are you up here acting like this is like a normal hangout spot? I'm telling you, he never does that when I'm cooking myself, like if I'm not in a live stream, but whenever I'm in a live stream, he comes up here and acts like he always sits here. Like it's this. Rusty, you have flour on your mouth. Do you not notice that? You're the funniest cat ever. Stop sitting on my chopping board. Rusty. Sorry guys, I'll be right back. Get off my chopping board. That's how you're gonna look when you're old, when you got gray hair around your mouth and your eyes. I put the pancakes away, by the way. I don't want him to get too close to them. Because that's not very hygienic, is it? Come get down. Are you sassy with me now? Cutie. Can one do a YouTube live stream with invitees only? I heard about it some. Oh, you can. It's possible. I was part of one, Marco. Oh wow, really? Special invitation. That's cool. I like that idea. Although I like meeting new people, so that would suck that you could not have any new people or meet new people. But I wish I could just have new people that are actually like nice people or cool people. Like everyone right now is like amazing, awesome. But sometimes we just get some trolls here. Barish means peace. My nickname Marco, real name. Oh, your nickname is Marco? Nice. So you are called Marco as a nickname, but the Turkish name is Barish. I like the name Peace. That's cool. The Prince of Peace. Rusty, is that the right spelling? He really, yeah, Rusty, you got it right with a Y, the German version. He really is a house panther. That's a house panther for sure. Yeah, that's a good way to describe him. Your little house panther, not very wild. My nickname is Marco the Great. My nickname is Funny the Troll. Rusty's not a line of the white powder. It looks like it. And the funny thing is that this just happened on accident, you know? Like you were live with me. So I hate when people post a short or do something like that, but they fake it. Like they put the flower, for example, on, like if I would have put the flower on his face, you know, that would have been cringe. But I just love those moments where something silly just naturally happens accidentally. That's like the real funny moments. More like down. Rusty Escobar. That's a good name for you. I like that. Can't eat flavor. Yeah, he ate the flower. And since everyone else did it, my nickname is the General. Welcome, the General. Welcome, Marco the Great. Funny, the Troll. And Marco the Peace. Barish Peace. And my nickname was the Professor when I was younger. Unfortunately. Sure, I can have you. Rusty Emilio Escobar. Tickles. How tall are you? I showed Mac you holding Rusty and she wants an idea of scale. I am roughly 5'5", I think, in American size. Either 5'5" or 5'6", something like that. So I'm, for a female, I'm pretty average, or not small. Also not on tall side, but yeah, for I get that she wants like a little reference point. So yeah, Rusty definitely is a large cat. Rusty, be careful, it's hot. A charger, you heard it? Yeah, I heard it too this time. There's a lot of chargers around here and trucks. Of course, we're in Tennessee. Everyone needs their truck. Even though they're not transporting anything, they're transporting themselves to Starbucks in their fat asses. And that's why people need a truck. It's gosh, 5.7. You heard it. Nice. In freedom units. Yeah. Roger. Of course. For a male, I'm the tallest one. Oh, I thought someone's behind me. That was Rusty's tail. You freaked me out for a second. You. He's very comfortable, by the way. Here, he's like my pillow. So sometimes when he cuddles with you in bed, he would just lay down, and he basically turns into, you know, those pregnancy pillows. I think that's what they're called. Those like long sleeved pillows, basically, where you can put your legs on and just, you know, hold on to. He turns into one of those when he stretches his whole body. He like, takes up the whole bed. So yeah, he's great for cuddling. You're the tallest fun-sized person, 5'4", in any gender, old or newly identified, and she 5'4", nice. Bye, my last message here is, ich mag Feuerwerk. Oh, that's something that Marco definitely will identify with. Marco loves to do anything with explosions and stuff, so he is an engineer, and yeah. Bye, Ryder. Gute Nacht nach Deutschland und hat mich gefreut, dich kennenzulernen. Gute Nacht nach Baden-Württemberg. Funny, you have a way with words. I totally agree. That's why we love funny. 5'10" since we are at it. 6. Nice. Bye, Barish. Good night. 2 people going to bed now. Sweet dreams, everyone, and see you next time. Gute Nacht. Güle güle. I forgot the good night in Turkish. Good night, everyone. Merci beaucoup, Jeanne. The time. Je t'aime aussi, even though I don't know you. 6, 5'10". I already had that. For some reason I knew that you were 6. Sure, I can. The general has to be 6 foot. Freedom units reminds me of that bit. It's the sound of freedom. Hi, Adik. As a bébé, and I'm not sure if I should remove the comment. No, I can I know what it means. It's nothing bad. It's just hello, baby, I love you, from my heart or something. I know. Chop, chop, chop. You got a big chop, Rusty. Definitely got to work on your diet again, okay? When I was gone, my husband was definitely... So I was working on making him lose weight, but when I was in Germany, my husband definitely fed Rusty very well, to say the least. Just the boys, being boys, eating well, I guess. But now that I'm back, he's back on his diet and he's not a fan, so he keeps asking for food every 5 minutes of his life. Hi, Cherubim. I'm doing well. How about yourself? Wir machen... Oh je, Entschuldigung. I hope not. E gets to there. Oh yeah, E gets to there. Barish. See you next time. Greetings to Poland. Hi, Adik. I think I've seen you before, right? Lugish. You guys are tall, and I'll certainly look like Kevin Hart in Jumanji. Oh, funny. You're so funny. 5'4" is a very average size, so you're not small either. And if we stand next to each other, funny, I promise you we'll just look the same size. Because, yeah, I'm 5'5", so no one will notice the difference. And you have poofy hair. Or not poofy hair, but sometimes I'm looking for the English words and I don't come up with a better word. and I just go for the easiest one, the one that comes to my mind first. But it sounds wrong, say poofy here, you know what I mean. It sounds like I'm talking about the mammoth in the Ice Age. Doesn't he say he has poofy hair and that's why he's so tall or something? Like, because he has this like hairdo, or there's like hair that are standing up. But your hair, what I'm trying to say, you have so many curls and you have like voluptuous hair. That's the word I was looking for. Voluptuous, so you'll probably look taller than I. Beard in here. If we'll ever have a meetup, I'll let my beard grow out too. My mustache. I'm kidding. I'm not there yet. One day, eventually, every woman will get a mustache at one point in her life. I'm gonna eat my potato pancake with the applesauce now. I tried the potato pancake without the applesauce, but now the real deal. Yum. Oh man, I wish now that you hung out with me in the kitchen and cooked my potato pancakes with me, I wish I could seat you all at my big dining table. I actually got a big dining table so I could have people over. But some of my friends have cat hair allergies, so they can't really come over to my place often without suffering. But yeah, I wish I could sit you all at my table right now and serve you some homemade potato pancakes with applesauce. Wouldn't that be cool? I bet we would have a fun time. And Rusty would be happy to meet you all too. And Oscar. My dad is 5'5" now, and I was only 5'6". And his tallest 5'4" is, if you forgive the pun, no big deal. Not originally intentional. I don't know. I think my dad was 6 originally, but he's definitely he is way smaller now. The older people get, the smaller they get. And I like the pun, shuriken. I'm sure Funny will think so too. A joke cut through like a shuriken. I swear it was an accident. That happens to me too. I make those either like jokes that are a little bit, have like a double meaning in like a weird way, and I don't notice that until someone tells me. You have 2 dining rooms, barely any visitors. Yeah, I think that's unfortunately kind of normal nowadays, right? People kind of visit each other less due to us having our phones and feeling like we already reached out, and by texting or calling or FaceTime. So people feel less of a need to physically go somewhere and hang out, or they're too comfortable at home, which I totally understand sometimes, honestly. But whenever I do hang out with my friends in person, I never regret it. I'm never like, oh, I wish I didn't come, I wish I stayed home. It's just something completely different. So I can't wait for my German friends to come here one day and visit me in America and just see America, you know, experience the Tennessee life. But yeah, I guess it's the same for you, Marco. Not a lot of people from Germany coming over to Ohio, I assume. Bye, Funny. Onion pagoda. Oh, yeah. Is that the thing that you talked about to us before? Bye-bye. Enjoy your food, Funny. Bigger is better in America. Yeah, that's how it works here. Take care, Funny. You too, Funny. Thank you. See you next time. Thank you for hanging out with us. I'll send you a potato pancake later. My dad's 5'6", my mom 5. People used to think I was adopted. Oh yeah, okay, if she's 5 and he's 5'6", yeah. I can definitely, well, maybe sometimes genes, some people look more physically like the grandparents. I have a former best friend in Germany, and her brother got baptized, and her brother has red hair, but both her parents have black hair, so none of them has red hair. Like the entire family, like no one has red hair, but some grandfather apparently had red hair. So the pastor made a bad joke while getting baptized about him not being the real dad or something, so that was a little inappropriate. But yeah, sometimes it skips some generations. That's a good joke. I'm only sad that I didn't think of that joke. Props to Shuriken. Yep, props is Shuriken is a witty one, but you all are. You're all witty. Hi from Michigan, to Michigan, not from Michigan. Hi, Javi. How is everything in Michigan? You got any crazy weather up there? Any heat wave? Now it's time for weight 185 pounds now down to 175. Oh, you want the weight? I don't even know my weight. I'm usually around 128. I'm live streaming while making, if you guys want to see how it looks. Oh, yay! I'm glad that we're all sharing our weight and our height, and no more secrets, nothing to hide here, no more privacy. No, I'm kidding, that's not privacy. I never cared about sharing my weight or anything. But yeah, if Funny's live streaming, why don't we just join Funny? I'm sure he would be happy to have some company in the kitchen too, and I feel like you guys hung out with me for so long now, which I'm very grateful for. I'm not playing the depressing game, Marco. I need to get back in shape. No one needs to share their weight here. Like, weight is just a number. Like height you can't change, but weight you can always change. So that is such a fluctuating thing, and there's so many things that play into it. Sure, you can trust me. I was very confident a few years ago in my shape, and felt very good. Most importantly, I don't really care about the looks or that, but I just felt very healthy and very good. But since I'm in America, like I said, I got a little bit comfortable here, and I can definitely also feel that reflecting in my physique and how I feel, you know, health-wise and fitness-wise. So I'm there with you, brother. I have to get back into it too, just for the feeling, not just the looks, but just to feel better, you know, just feel healthy and fit and not tired and slacky and ugh. But it's a process. Definitely requires a lot of motivation and persistency. So yeah, it's not easy. We're in it together. We're all in the same boat. But yeah, we should all try our best to be healthy, but also mentally, right? Not just physically, but I feel like sometimes it goes hand in hand. Sometimes when you're physically active and healthy, it also will reflect positively on your mental state. But not always, but yeah. Mental health always first and then physical. But yeah, preferably both. Just for longevity and all that good stuff. In case anybody comes asking you, I was here in your stream all the time. Okay, when your scale shows error, then it's time for a diet. Yeah, I guess, yeah, if you there's a show about those two sisters. Americans might know it. It's called the 1,000-pound sisters, I think. And they're from Kentucky. And they had to go to the junkyard to get weighed because the scale couldn't take it. So I think that's the point where you probably like, I probably should change a little bit in my lifestyle eventually. But yeah, honestly, yeah, weight is just a number in the end. In case anybody comes asking, have I read that? I have to look after my maternal grandparents more than my parents, especially when I was younger. When I shaved my beard, I looked a lot like my grandpa when he was young. That's interesting. It's the same with my husband. He looks like his grandpa too. Yeah, that happens. It just skips a generation. Some people don't look like their parents at all, or just slightly, and more like their grandparents. I think I look more like my grandma too, and not my mom. A little bit like my dad, but yeah, I feel like I got a lot of genes from my grandma, especially physically, because yeah, I'm not going into much detail, but yeah, definitely have a little bit of my grandma in me, for sure. But interesting that it's the same for you. I think it happens more often than we think, that people just skip a generation, basically. But with my grandmother's cleft chin, you look like your grandpa when you was young, but with your grandmother's cleft chin, full cook. Let's spice life up and think of something crazy to do. Well, you can, Marco. I'm the chill stream here. You're the crazy stream. So I'm glad when you hop back onto that live stream thing, and I can leave the crazy to you and do the chill myself. I'm okay with chill. That's my kind of vibe, but I enjoy the crazy. I watch the crazy. And your live stream, babe. Hi, Shuru. Yeah, I think I'm gonna, if you guys want to, you can hang out in Funny's stream for a little bit, just to support him. I have a different build than my grandpa did. He was lanky. I used to look more like a cage fighter. And nothing wrong with a cage fighter. I think a lot of people would like to have the physical traits of a cage fighter instead of lanky. Can I come over? I need to give hubby the goods. You can come over and have a potato pancake, but there's no hubby in the house to give the goods to, whatever that means. Marco's confused too. I find he's just a friend, so I didn't expect anything weird. But if you weren't a friend, I would be like, what goods are we talking about? And I need to make Oscar eat his food, and then I think I'll let you guys go. I mean, you can go anytime anyways, and I'm keeping you hostage or anything. But I will hop off and clean the kitchen. I highly doubt anyone wants to see that. But I want to let Oscar eat his food first, because I know you guys like to see Oscar. This is your warning. Listen to the general. Oscar? Oscar? Sir Oscar? Guess someone's not listening. Sir Oscar? Hello? Good sir? Is that you? Is that my boy? It's my boy. It's Oscar. How about we eat some? How about we eat some? Are you hungry? Are you hungry? There's the man of the hour. I need to give him the books. A likely story. I agree. Very likely story, Fundy. But go on. What books? Oscar, you hungry? You want to eat some? Oh, you want to eat some food? Oh, just. Good, very good. I could use some mush. Oh, guys, he's eating it without turning around. Yay. I'm happy about that. There you go, little man. There you go. Oh, yum. Tasty? Oh, now you don't want to know more one. Ah, you're a special dog, Oscar, aren't you? Da, come, I mix it. Over. Mr. Yogurt, come on. Yogurt? No, Moose, not you. Yogurt, come on. Oscar, yogurt. Sir Oscar, your food is waiting. Do you get a bowl? Yeah, fine. Komm, eat a little bit. Schatzi, komm, ess ein bisschen. Oscar, Oscar, ess dein Food. Oscar, komm hier. Abendessen, komm. Kleines bisschen, komm, ein Stück. Ein Stück. Oscar, bitte. Oscar, bitte iss. Oscar. Na, hier, Schatz. Mr. O, he's eating. Woo! Yay! Oscar, you're the best. Come on, you got this. We believe in you. Come on, one more bite. Yay, Mr. O is eating the slurp. Cat is sneaking up on him. She loves to do that. He's easily distracted. You guys. I love how she just eats with confidence. Like, she just eats it like it's her bowl. She knows exactly that she's not supposed to do that. Moose. Moose. Mrs. Moose. Sushi. No. No. No, 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 no. No, no, no. You guys are being so rude. You're the worst behaved cats in front of the camera and in real life, to be honest. Mr. O, go eat him. Go, Mr. O. Go, 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 Mr. O. Maybe we need some cheerleading action in the back. Some like pom-poms. Ooh, Oscar. Ooh, Mr. O. Who doesn't want to be cheered on for eating? Imagine being praised for just eating food. What a life. Wow. You're such a great dog, Oscar, eating all your food. Seeing them eating out of the same bowl was sweet, I must admit. Yeah, that's why I let it happen for a little bit, even though she's not supposed to do that. But it was just too cute that they shared the bowl together. So yeah, I let it happen. This is the one time, and this is no more. No more. No, no, no. Yummy? I guess he likes it. It's really just oats and meat this time and a little potato. But I think we have to, or I have to, you don't have to do anything, but I have to make food for Oscar tomorrow. Meal prep. Yay. Oscar meal prep. So did I ask you already? Yeah, I asked you about your plans. Do you have any plans for the weekend? Anything cool planned? Anything not cool planned? Anything annoying that you gotta do? Kitties are always breaking the law. I agree. I feel like cats don't, there's no law for cats. No law applies for cats. They make their own rules. Right, Oscar? Yeah, they're so annoying. I know. You gotta, yeah. They're kind of mean to him sometimes. Not the big one, the little one. She can be a little bit Like a meanie to him, right? Yeah, so mean to you. Your little sister. No big plans? Same here. I need to run to the post office tomorrow morning. Nice. Errand plans. Yes, hello. Someone's knocking at my door. Can you have a potato pancake?
No. It's cooking.
Working.
Yes. Oh no. The goods.
Oh, the stick? Tiny. What is that? It's a itty bitty.
Do you have a computer?
Yeah. So I just put it in and you can read it? Ooh, fancy. Fancy. I'll tell him to get back to you. You want a potato pancake?
No, that was mashed sauce.
You want applesauce? Okay. Should I give it to you in a bowl? I'll get you a bowl. Yeah. My friend is here. He just dropped by real quick. Super exciting plans. Well, mine are just as exciting. We have a meeting that I'm cooking food for, so I'm making the pudding pretzels with you. That's my only plan, basically. And I might, have lunch with a friend for her birthday, belated lunch date. But other than that, no real plans. My friend gave me this itty bitty little, ridiculous tiny little
It's the goods.
USB stick.
It's the goods.
The goods.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what is it called, the goods?
No.
Oh, that's the goods you're bringing. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're trading, like in the medieval times. He's bringing me the USB stick, and I'm trading him for the goods. Trading him applesauce that I fill into this little container.
Is it cinnamon?
No.
It's just regular?
Regular without sugar.
Without sugar?
Yeah, it's German. Some Aldi.
Okay, well, I'm not giving you...
Apples are already sweet, but what you need sugar. You can add some sugar. You want me to add some sugar?
No.
Cinnamon?
No.
I got cinnamon. Okay, here's the goods. Trade. Yay.
If you lose it, tell him we're gonna beat him up.
Okay. How many gigabytes is it?
I don't know. But he should see what he wants on it.
Okay.
It's only one thing on it.
Better not be anything bad that you're trading with my husband.
It's not. Oscar, you're a good boy.
Should I trust the guy giving my husband a USB stick with some content they're not telling me what it is?
You can read it yourself.
Or should I destroy this?
You can read it. It's game master.
This is amazing.
It's 11 books on there.
Books on there. Apparently there's books on this USB stick that my 20-something-year-old friend is giving my husband. So
Thanks. I'll take care of myself.
yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of good books and good reads on this little stick. I'll definitely keep it safe.
Sushi. Why are you smiling? What's wrong with you?
I'm kidding. I actually think it's books. We actually, Shuriken, you'll be, I don't know if you'll be proud of us. I just assumed that, but Mac might be more proud. Yeah, we started playing D&D, by the way, so I'm officially a nerd now. So, yeah, I think I'm in my nerd era now. You gotta try everything in life, right? What do you think of us being officially nerds now? Are you okay with that, or?
I'm a cool nerd. You guys are nerds.
I'm nerd, you're a cool nerd?
I'm a cool nerd.
Yes. I'm gladly a nerd. I don't mind being a nerd or anything.
Oscar had to stop smelling me.
Oscar loves sniffing people. I traded a set of Shuriken to Martha Stewart's Potter. Did I tell you that? In exchange for a custom flower pot? No. Oh, how cool is that? You traded? I feel like people should do trading more often. That's such a cool thing, isn't it? You give them something, because I don't know, in the end you have more from it than simply the money, if it's something that you need or something useful. That's awesome. Good for you. I should start doing that, but I don't know what I would trade. I'm not crafting any cool shurikens like you are, or carving any spoons. Bye. Is he eating his bone? Oh, he's eating his snack. I'm really excited about those things that Funny is cooking. Should we check it out? That's awesome, but I need to run. The potatoes have to come out. Oh yeah, enjoy your potatoes, shuriken. And I'll tune into Funny's stream real quick and see what he's making, and eat a few more potato pancakes. Enjoy your food and say hi to Em, please, and to your cats and everyone else. Thank you for hanging out with us, or me, and with Oscar. And we're always happy to have you here. And I wish you an amazing evening or day or whatever time it is where you're watching, and a beautiful weekend, of course. Lost track of time, gonna run. You too. Good night, Shuriken. Good night, everyone else. Thank you for hanging out. Bye.